we are going to make some cookies and cream chocolate cake. I'm making this cake for a friend who just had a baby, and I'm taking her a full meal, and this is going to be the dessert I'm making. What you're going to need is just a cake mix. You can also make it from scratch if you want. I'm just not trying to do a whole lot of extra time, so I just got a box of cake mix. This is triple chocolate fudge, so how can you go wrong? And you're just going to make it according to what the back of the box is saying. So for this one, it's saying that you'll need 1 1/4 cups of water, vegetable oil, and eggs. And so let me get that together and we'll get started. Alright y'all, here we go. We're going to add the cake mix. Oh wow, it actually has like little chocolate chips in it. Can you tell I don't really buy cake a lot? That's really cool. That'll be really good. Alright, Insta trash bag here. Then you're going to add 3 eggs. And I always put mine in a bowl first because eggshells tend to always find their way into my bowl if I do not. 1 1/4 cup of water. Okay. And then it calls for a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I like to try to see if I can cut out calories any way that I can, fat or oils or whatever. So I actually use applesauce for all of my cakes that I make instead of oil. So this is a 1/2 cup of applesauce. You just do the exact same amount of applesauce as you would for the oil that it's calling for. And what I normally do is I just get these little self-serve applesauces that are natural so that they don't have a lot of extra sugar or anything. And a 1/2 cup equals about 1 1/2 of these. So I'm going to get the egg beater going to get this all bound together. I'm not going to do that because that will probably deafen you. So let me get this all together and then we'll get it in the pan and I'll tell you the next steps. Alright y'all, so I have mixed everything together. That was the bowl. And my husband's not here, so I get to lick it without him coming in and saying that he didn't get a chance to get anything. Snooze, you lose. Okay, anyway, so I put it in just a takeaway dish because, like I said, I'm going to be sending it to a friend. So just bake it like the box says. Nothing special about that. This is super easy. And then when the cake is done, we're going to come back and add a couple more things to make it the cookies and cream Oreo fabulosity. So this cake actually says to cook it for, let's see, about 35 minutes on oven for, let's see, 350. So I'm going to let that cook and then we'll be back to add the fabulosity that is Oreos and cookies and cream. Alright y'all, we're back and ready for the remaining of the recipe. I have 4 cups of milk I'm going to put into a big bowl. And basically what we're doing right now is we're just going to be making some pudding. And I have 2 boxes of the Oreo Cookies and Cream instant pudding. And so this is 4 1/2 ounces. So the way that you make pudding is just by the box. You sprinkle this into the milk. And I don't want you guys to have a headache from watching this video, so let me open this a little bit more. Okay. And the second package. And this Oreo pudding has actual chunks of, or cookies and cream, I'm sorry. This cookies and cream actually has chunks of Oreo in it, so it's really good. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to whisk this for 2 minutes. I'm not going to do the speedy version of this, and I fast forward the whole thing. So I'm going to stop this here, and then I'm going to show you what we got going on after that. Alright, so we got the pudding mixture. It has been whisked. That's a hard word to say sometimes. For 2 minutes. Okay, now the cake is still very warm and it smells so good, guys. What you're going to do is you're going to take something that has a round bottom It can be a wooden spoon. All my wooden spoons are square, but you're going to want to insert it all throughout the cake and go all the way down. And you're just going to make like a ton of holes, because this is where you're going to pour the you're going to pour it into the cake, the Jell-O. Sorry, I was at a loss for words here. It's still warm, but that's okay. The more holes that you make, the more that the Jell-O is going to get incorporated into the cake, and that way it makes sure that all of the bites have Oreo mixture, cookies and cream. I keep wanting to call it Oreo. So let me finish making up all the holes, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, so I have totally mutilated my cake, which is what you want to do. So you've put holes all through it, and they go, some are even all the way down. You can see how it goes all the way through the cake. So I'm going to take my pudding mixture, and I'm just going to pour it, woo, extreme close-up. I'm going to pour it onto the cake. Hold on, guys, stand by. Ugh. I never realized how hard cooking with one hand is. Get out of my way. Okay. Take two. Let's try that again. Alright. So just pouring it all over the cake. Trying to get it as even as possible. Alright, let me get a spatula, and then I will come back and finish it up. Alright, so a wooden spoon had to work as a spatula. So once you get it all out of the bowl, you're just going to spread it around to try to get it even. And you're going to press down on it a little bit too, because you want to make sure that it is getting into all of those holes that you made. Alright, so you're going to want to make sure that you press it down so that you are able to get it into all of the holes that you made. And really even. And then that's it, guys. What we're going to do next is we're just going to put it in the refrigerator and let it sit for a while, a couple hours, because you want it to all set up firm. And then once that's all set up and firm, we'll come back, and we still have some more stuff to put on it to make it even more sweet, if you can imagine that. So let me put this in the fridge, and we'll finish it up after the cookies and cream Jell-O has set. Alright, so our cake has set, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to take some whipped topping, and this is, how much is this? 16 ounces, and I might not even have to use the whole thing, I'm not really sure. And then I put in my food processor about half of a bag of Oreos, and you don't have to process them, you can just crumple them up however you want to make big chunks, but I kind of wanted mine to be a little bit more fine. I'm going to put the whipped topping onto our cake and spread that around really even, and I'm going to sprinkle it with the Oreos. So let me get that so you can see the finished product. Alright guys, so there is the whipped topping. I did end up using the whole thing because I am a naughty girl. Just kidding. It kept coming out. So, I'm just going to sprinkle this on here. I'm not trying to make it look super pretty. Come on, it's going to get eaten anyways. It's not up for any kind of an award. I just want them to know that there is Oreo on it. And press it down a little bit so that it will stay. And actually, I don't know. I think I might have, I would maybe recommend not putting the Oreos in a food processor. Just let them be big chunky, nice and big and chunky, like Moto used to say on whatever that cartoon was. If you can name that cartoon, you win this cake. Just kidding. Madagascar, that's what it was. Ooh, I won the cake, yay. Alright, so I didn't even use all that, so you don't even have to use half a bag of Oreos. Just kind of eyeball it, whatever you want, how you want it to be. And this is the cookies and cream Oreo cake. So I hope that you guys are able to make it and that you enjoy it.